Mr. Man. Good evening, Skyhawk. Long time. All good? Great. So today's stream will actually be about refactoring this tool. But, just before I start, I'll just put some pixels first. Messy, this graphics. guitars. Anyway, I was here to actually do some coding, so I'll just save here and get on with it. Yeah, so I had to break everything and rebuild it from almost scratch. It's very soothing, but I'll switch music to one of my favorites. Okay, so let's just refactor the crap out of this. Fix some stuff later for this, I suppose. The plan is to generalize the drawing code so that it acts on these assets instead, and the asset has all the information it needs. So I can actually move all the stuff that manipulates the image. I can move to the base class, so I can remove like 900 lines of code later on. With all that copy-paste code we did. This class here allows me to generalize that code, so I can just remove everything. So basically the sub-editors here will only be special key bindings and responsible for loading and saving the assets. Actual editing will be handled by the base class in a similar fashion for all editors. So that's a plan. Also the asset needs to have a mode, how an asset is rendered. In Java, because enums in Java are crap. Also an annoying fact with Java is that you can't have static variables inside a class like this. It will be redeclarated every time. Very weird. Okay, so now let's find this variable here can be moved to the super class later on also. Let's do this in some steps. Logic that I will write shortly will be moved to the base class later. Especially all this shit here. These are just intermediate glue right now, just to test it. Yep, okay. Also the bullet code will work with assets later on, but not right now. Nice movement, nice. Yeah, all this code will go. Soon it will, at least. First we start. We have to change all the code to work with assets, and then we can start moving coding. So it's a lot of places to change. Actually, the current asset we can already have in the base class. We use that here. So undo and redo will work at the moment. Is that too loud or too low? Better now. I can boost my voice as well. Boosting the voice. I can speak louder, of course. If you want to wake the whole family. It's just a few places we do a new plot action, so just change that to a creator function instead. And as I said before, all that will also, that's code that I will remove later on. You see we have the source here, we don't need that because that's already in the rect or in the asset. So yeah, everything's coming together here as well. The source, and we can even let the assets have actions in them to save them. Alright, so let's rip out the decoration editor and the wall set editor for now. Just focus on this editor and make that compile. Otherwise you have to change so much code. So let's just remove these guys. Blend. Not really. Loss. I think I'll, just for the fun of it, after I've refactored this, it will be super easy to add the remaining editors. So I think I'll add editors for the monsters and the 3D item graphics. You know those, that graphics you took a look at. I could just add editors for that as well. It's very easy to add. Then I have a one-stop shop for fixing all the graphics in the 3D view at least. Okay, so now let's try to have this compiling. So I bet this is a problem of me not assigning the current asset. Yeah, so I'm using current asset here. I can't do that in this case here. Still a problem. Same here. Okay, so we have the normal stuff working again. That's good. Now we can start refactoring this properly. So I want to move all the code that actually handles any pixeling, or I could start actually with the render interface here, because most of this can be moved now. You see there, here we have the current asset here. All this here can be moved to the superclass. have to refactor the radio buttons as well to the superclass. We can do that immediately. All this stuff that should go into the superclass. Base class. I don't know why, but it says super in Java, so that's why. Super class. Okay, so let's let's move that stuff. So there needs to be some ifs and buts for that, depending on render mode. But yeah, we can handle that case later on. So let's just, all this could be moved, I suppose. Now we have the selected zoom and selected post. I want to refactor that as well. So we have just selected row and selected column. Because all editors have this matrix of radio buttons. So I move that as well to the base class. And we call it selected row and selected column. So we don't mix it up with selected color. Selected zoom will be selected row. And selected post will be perfect. So we have all that common now. So okay, let's try move this shite. Not quite sure if I will have this interface later on. Depends. I will change this interface later. I will not have it mandatory to call superhero. I will let the editor here not be abstract and instead call a render interface. But let's just glue it together for now. Sorry, if you're put in front of modern program, try would you rather making C64 games or making Java tools for? I don't know. I've spent a lot of time in the assembly code as well, you know. A lot of time. It's just that I'm done with the game now and we need to fix the graphics, and I can't do that unless I have these tools. So yeah. Okay, so we actually did remove some stuff here, but we should change the interface. Not sure about naming conventions here now, but we can't rename render. This has to be changed. So render, and also we have to split render background and render asset, or render, how should I put it, render context dual graphics, and render the actual asset has to be split in two later on for various reasons. Yeah, let's just go with this for a moment. Same with render zoom here. All this crap here can go into the superclass. So yeah, let's change that one as well. Then we'll make a proper interface instead. Because it's kind of backwards to have the subclass calling the base class here as some kind of convention. That's really weird. It's better if the base class just calls this class. It's not even a base class anymore. This will not be a subclass, it would be a plugin or a model to the editor. But we're not there yet. It won't be a mess, it will be beautiful. Can you trust my skills? Just look at that. The best part of this is that all this crap here will go into the base class. Just take it in steps now. create action code can be moved now. To the base class, and all this can be moved to the base class, and basically we don't need a render interface anymore. That's exactly what I was aiming for here. Yeah, time is critical right now. You're absolutely right in that. This is quite a huge undertaking now, at least this late hour, I know that. But that's also the fun part of it, you know. So yeah, this is completely general code here. Because all the create action runs on selected row and selected column, so we don't need that. We just have the current asset here, which basically means that create action is just pointless. You can just replace it with this code here. Alright, we just actually changed the whole redo undo interfaces, so let's just do some tests. Seems to work still. Okay. This means that we can now move clear shore. No, we can't. We have this. This is because I have one undo and redo stack per asset. Yep. Which kind of gives me an idea that perhaps I should combine asset and default action, so that an asset actually implements an action to undo and redo itself. I think that's a very good idea to do, actually. But perhaps not right now. So these actions here has to go to the super class as well. They are in the super class, I think. Yeah, they are. Everything is there already. Yeah, so it's no problem here. Okay, let's move clear character now. Where is it? Here is it. Here it is, I mean. We can do that there. And then we don't need a do clear character. It's just annoying. Just put that there. Now we can start to move each of these into the base class. Copy character, this is almost general. We can make it general like this. Then we can move that into the super class, base class, sorry. And replace color is of course also completed general now. Paste character. You can move the do routine in here. And replace color. Then we can generalize this code as well, because they are very similar code in each of these functions here. To check for bounds and stuff like that, we can do that in a general manner now. We couldn't before. Now we can. Also, draw bounding box, of course, that can go into all this can go into the base class. Now look at that, it's not an abstract editor anymore. It's an editor. Oops. I have to move the plot code as well. This should be fairly general now also. I need an interface, yeah. So instead of subclassing this editor, when you create it, you will assign an interface where you implement render zoom and render, so that you don't have to call super here. We'll do that shortly. So yeah, we will have an interface, but it will it will be based on a delegate pattern instead of subclassing. There we go. So let's just go with the Java Swing, not Java Swing, what I'm saying, the Cocoa, iOS Cocoa convention. So yeah, not sure what we should name this one. Should we rename it like editor or base editor or editor? It's an editor, and it's not abstract anymore, but we should definitely have an interface here. sure if we don't need render zoom later on either. I don't know. I haven't imported it. We'll see. Maybe it has. Good question. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so we need to create the editor, and that editor needs to have a level and a delegate. Alright, and now we have to change the I have some problems now because this code here actually calls render and render zoom a lot. Yeah, I can do that still. Just has to be public. Yeah, it has to be public. I will clean up this mess later, but for now let's just do this. We have the render function already. Where is it? Where is it? Here it is. It has to be public. And then before here we should instead call the render delegate like this. So we turn it around. This one does not extend this class anymore. It has to extend it. But it should extend it with a delegate. So I still have inheritance because of the UI stuff and how Java Swing works, but that's okay. But yeah, we have a naming conflict now, because I also need to implement the interface. Let's call it should. Okay. And these are right. This also actually goes into the delegate, so we don't need that. Oh, there won't be any naming conflicts then. Sorry. Because we of course use anonymous inner classes. Okay. What can possibly go wrong? Everything. No. Really is the source for everything, yes. How do you call the outer class? Always forget that. Some stupid naming convention now. So annoying. Hold on. Outer class dot this. Okay. That was unfortunate. We need to assign the delegate after we have called super. Greatness overall. So we're down with some the door editor now is just 245 lines. I can still simplify a lot. But yeah, we don't have to do that right now. All this crap should go into the super class as well, or base class. Yep. And also the zoom. I don't think we actually need render zoom. I think we have the zoom area already. Yeah, I don't think we need this. So we simplified the interface now to just one function, and we need to split it into two. We need to have a render context and render asset, and then let the base class composite them. This is because some editors you want to edit with the background, and with some, here we show the image, we show the asset and the background together, but in the zoom we only have the asset here so that you can clearly see what's transparent and not transparent. So this is how assets with render mode overlay should be displayed. Then we have the other two render modes as well to take care of, and if we split the calls we can actually do that properly. This also could go into the base class. Generate CRT image can now be private, and also a lot of these can be private now. Yeah, we can tighten the interfaces later on. So all this here can go into the super class also. Sorry, I mean base class of course. Now that we have generalized that code, yeah, it's kind of nice. Okay, so let's fix this. We need a new render interface here, because this function here is very much private to this class. It depends how an asset is rendered. Yeah, we might be able to break it out later. This one will be tricky. The tricky part will come when we move the decoration editor to this interface, because the rendering is much more complex there. But before we do that, I really want to move all this crap, including all the actions. So this has to be one has to be in the base class. the delegate should have a get asset for a selected row and column. So that should be part of the render interface. Let's move that into the delegate for now. And now it should start complaining in the code we want to move to the superclass. So we need to actually call the delegate here, kind of backwards from this class, but remember all this code will be removed. Same with this code. Okay, so now it's time to have a soup call, like create serve assets. Something like that, which will create all this. Then we will definitely have interfaces that we need to call the interface to see if an asset is enabled or so. There are some assets that are not always enabled. But yeah, let's do this. Yeah, this is a part where it becomes tricky, because most of this code is completely local to an asset, but depending on the render mode, it has to render to a temporary area to determine if there are cover clashes. So the asset itself cannot only check for that. Sure, assets with mode overlay can determine if they have cover clashes themselves. But those with pre-blend depends on how it was rendered before, so yeah, that's a tricky one. So we can just send in the asset here. Something like that. also into the delegate. This code here is almost general. Alright, so now the only stuff we have left in this class here that is specific for this editor is how to clear a character by copying background graphics. And I'm sure I can move that to the base class as well, actually. Just this editor using it's kind of special to this editor. So yeah, let's separate the two render calls now. We actually have it in 3 calls. Make it more clear. So we should have like render context, render asset, render PC. Render. There it is. So render context. Render asset. And if all, render PC. Generate the CRT image also. And the code for these will change. They will render to different targets. So it could be one render call, but it's more clear like this, I think. PC graphics is a gunner now. Yeah. Okay. So as I said before, the context and the assets has to be rendered into separate buffers. Now it's in the same buffer here. We'll change that. So we can start closing down this interface. That could actually, the area it should render to could be fed here instead. Like so. Then we can close all this. Still need those guys. Need selected row. I need to feed the correct stuff here. I really should move up render and render soon. I need it higher up. All the protected stuff hints about where we need to refactor. Yeah. I'll go through it next time. Sure, it's very little code. I actually have I made a WebGL version as well. And that runs perfectly smooth in real time in a WebGL context. Alright. So now we need to separate the display area 64 context display area asset. We still need the display area 64. It's just that we have to composite them. It's for the render zoom. Display area context 64 and display area asset. And it's for this stuff here. And I don't have to reblit the asset here. Oh yeah, this is kind of nice. So clear that one. I'm kind of unsure how Java treats this byte 16. I think I've set that it's transparent index. I hope so. This might not work actually. I think it will. We don't really need a third area here. That's kind of can't really decide. We'll see how this turns out. Okay, so the composite failed, obviously. I had a hunch that would be a problem. I can fix that. Also, I saw that we render too much into the context. You should not render the wall on the asset side, just the door. So now we need to fix the composition so that Java understands that color 16 is actually transparent. Let's see that. That's the when I create the palette. So right here we have to set the transparent index on that one. Just need to check the documentation here. RGB and the transparent index. There we go. Oh, there's something flaky going on here. When I undo, it did not update the preview here. It's like it's okay in the zoomer, but not here. So we actually introduced a bug now. Same here. Yeah, I know what it is. So when we undo, we call actions undo. And we do ungrab. Restore. Code that calls undo will re-render everything. But so why doesn't it work? Was an annoying bug. How can it be one step behind? That's just so weird. The CRT image is generated based on the display area that is the composite. So yeah, this has to be done after composition. There we go. Hey Oliver, welcome to my hell in refactoring code. Okay, so bug solved. Okay, so now the fun part here is that the composite here will change depending on render mode. No, rather this code here will change depending on render mode. Either the zoomer should show everything and the color clashes should be based on the composited image or not, and that depends on render mode. So current asset mode equals render. So if that's true, we should base it on this one, otherwise we should use a composite. Calculate color clashes and everything. That is exactly how we save. So when you hit Ctrl S in the current, it only saves in the current editor you're in. So if you're in Draw or Door and I pixel stuff, you see the title here gets a star, and if you hit Command or Ctrl S, that star will go away. But I've broken it here, but yeah, you saw that. And when I save, there will be created files. There's a newly created file here, like so. So yeah, Control and Command should be the same. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, I think it's time to actually move over the wall set editor to this interface. Yeah, maybe. It's this guy here, asset contains clashes. I think we should be able to generalize this now, actually. Because the asset itself knows a render mode. So basically we just have to call, depending on render mode, we should either call render context or both and composite them. Same as this, exactly the same as this code here. And then check for color clashes, so it's very similar to this code here. Except that the compositing will be optional in that case. Yep, we can definitely remove this code as well. Now, depending on render mode, we should have to do some smart stuff here. So we should it's almost like the normal render code. Almost. Actually, asset contains clashes only used when we do reserve assets. So it's a bit ugly, but we can just use current asset here. It's only used once. That's a bit of a hack, but yeah, why not? Okay, so it's almost the same as the rendering, as I said before. So we do all this. Clear, and then we don't have to render context always. We only have to do that in this case, and also we should this will work. So if we it's not an overlay. We need to render the context, and we can do that directly into Clash Area 64, like so. And then we should always render the asset itself into the Clash area, so we don't need to composite in this case. We don't need that. Yeah, we don't need to do the blitting because render asset do that for us, right? That's exactly what it does. Then we just check the clashes here. Yeah, that should be it. Thanks, Lars. Good night, sleep tight. Okay. Whoa! And now I did something wrong somewhere. I must have saved the graphics and then I got this palette problem. I have to fix that. That's a bug in image.io Java when you save a PNG. If you have any transparent pixels, they will always get color index 0. So the whole palette gets shifted by 1. So before we save, we have to replace the palette with a non-transparent one. So it's super bad. Unless, of course, not sure if Java can actually blit with the color keying. Maybe. Or a chroma key. Doesn't look like it. I've never seen those APIs for that. Okay, so we are starting to have a quite tight interface now. So I think we should be able to start coding on the wall set editor now and see if we have abstracted too much now, or we have options for yeah, if it's possible or not to actually use this interface for the wall sets as well. Okay, super. So let's bring back the wall set editor from the dead and refactor that one into this new interface. That will be a beast to fix, I think. Okay. So, Oliver, can you even use the editor? Does it work for you? Here is this change of where we need to. Alright. So wall has rectangle. So this is one of the codes that I moved to the I see, yeah. I've never tried promotion. I'm sure it's quite good. Yeah, so wall has rectangle. That's just if we have an asset available on that spot or not. We have to do something smart here. For now, we just ignore it. Yeah, it's one place for everything. So we need to reserve some assets, and now we'll remove actually too much stuff here. But we'll just re-implement that later. So we don't need this crap here. And we have the whole wall clipboard stuff that we do need. I can just comment it out for now. That was a function I never used anyway, so we can just remove it. What I will add is block copy and block paste. So we don't have to load any assets because everything is the wall set graphics is shared between everyone, so that if you change a wall, it will change for the overlays and everything else as well. But we need to implement the delegate, naturally. So let's do that. And I'm sure this needs some different rendering. So let's just remove all the stuff here. Now get asset, we can move that code directly, because that's exactly this code here. The node will be node for walls should be pre-blend. And the actual graphics would be the wall set graphics for this level. So that's this guy here. Okay. So we have the copy whole wall code. Let's just not do that for now. The motion keys we don't need anymore. That has been moved to the abstract interface, or the base class rather. Don't need to call it render here, I think. No. Yeah, we do. That we should change as well. So copy whole wall, let's not do that. Still need to optimize things. A rectangle contains clashes. That we don't need anymore. Now we have the render here. So this is what we have to move up to the interface and split up. So we have the render context functions. We have the render PC stuff here. That can go into this function here. We should use destination. Just select the wall type equals selected row, selected rectangle index is selected column. So we draw the background, and we draw the current asset. But we use the wall set PC graphics for that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. We have these guys here. Okay, so we need to add the context. So for wall rendering, we always everything is context there, so we don't really have to separate this. We could actually just have this one empty and do everything here. Okay, that's fine. And now we should actually be able to remove a lot of the code. So yeah, I mean, I think I'll just remove the code and then we'll see what's, I mean, it's still in Git anyway. We'll just see what happens. Because we don't need this play. Everything should be in the base interface now. Maybe there will be some bugs. There will be bugs, of course, but we might be able to. We should be able to fix them quite easily. So just remove a lot of stuff here. I still need that one. So Oliver, with this refactoring, I will, after this has been done, I can add editors for the monsters and the 3D items as well. Yeah, that's just a few minutes away. And I have everything collected. Okay. Okay. Okay, it's not entirely bad. Of course, there are a lot of bugs here, but overall, I'm surprised that it wasn't in a worse state. Considering I removed like 500 lines of code without even looking at it. So destination pixels, we already have those. We don't have to. We should use like this, like so. That's true, Andreas. Okay, so basically, obviously I failed when it comes to the render modes here, because it shouldn't really. I mean, why does it think this has color clashes? Well, because it do. I thought I fixed that one. There are color clashes here, I can see that now. But thanks, Andrew. Thanks for watching this extremely boring endeavor. Okay, so there are color clashes here, just as forgot to fix them. That's interesting. Yeah, there are tons of color clashes here. Why can't I paint on that pinky spot there? Oh, what is happening? Look at this. It draws with some dither style here. Okay, so now this is a classic case of Java doing their magic when you paste graphics with the graphics classes. So they apply some stupid dithering here because the palettes differs. So this is the problem here, is the compositioning again. I need to make my own composite byte for byte, I can't use Java's draw image because that will apply filtering. Yeah, I hate it. Indeed, the power of Java, it's stupid. It drives you nuts, these things. But it's easy to fix, fortunately. I have most of the code already, so it's easy. Where is the base class composite? Here we can do this. We cannot do that. We need to use my blit routines instead. Which actually just copies array stuff. So, okay, destination. That's display area 64. Destination X and Y is 0, 0. And then we want to blit. We want to blit that one. From there to like so. And then we want to blit the asset. Like that. And we don't want to fill right. And now my blit routine actually handles transparent indexes. So we don't have to change settings, fix a palette. We can remove that, and that will actually fix the save routine as well. No more color clashes. Woohoo! Yeah, there are some here. But I haven't fixed those walls, but they should be highlighted at the start. They weren't. Okay. And the render PC doesn't work. That's broken. So is the bounding rectangles, they're gone. I don't know why. Okay, still some issues, but we'll get in there. So we serve assets. So if it's not overlay, we do render context, and that's what we did, and this won't do anything. So we should find color clashes now. There's something fishy about the about this bounding rectangle. I don't see it. That's weird. I'll run it again and hope that this has been fixed. Okay, so here we have, you see the bounding rectangle here. It looks fine, but not for the wall sets. Does it even honor the bounding rectangle? No, I can't draw anything. Which means that the bounding rectangle is completely off. Okay. That is unfortunate. I change the mode to overlay just to test. There it is. Yeah, I'm getting fooled by it really doesn't work. That works. But it doesn't work if I use the keys. Okay. Okay, so we have some problems here. Let's switch back the render mode to pre-blend. I need to implement that is asset available thingy. Because most of these should be disabled. So okay, that works. But when I move the cursor here, yeah, the bounding rectangle doesn't move. Does that work for doors? Nope. Oh shit, this is broken. So it works when I click here, but when I use the keyboard, it doesn't really work. Okay, let's fix that. How can that be so broken? Must be me failing to clear the screen. I have two bugs here. One is a render bug, and another one is some state change. Yeah, I know exactly what it is. So, okay, there are two bugs here. Set selector will not actually call the event handler for the radio buttons, so I need to update this one. That I need to do, and then I also need to clear, because I now changed to my internal blit routines, which means that I actually have to clear the graphics manually before. So where's the render code? The composite, here it is. We need to clear the display area manually. Black. And we also need to clear the context screen with black, like that. This still fails the initial clash handling. There should be some color clashes left in this tile set. Yeah, there they are. And okay, and for doors. Yeah, now this works. renders correctly. Shaving bytes. So we have the initial check for color clashes that fails for this tile set. So why is that? This whole clipboard thing, I'll just cut that. Those functions were completely useless. I still need the optimized part here. This is a rectangle, contains clashes. So that's the old code to handle the initial case here. So it performs rendering. That's just like this one. Although this renders with context, but that doesn't matter. We definitely have to check this reserve assets code. There's something fishy here. So, asset contains clashes. I set the current asset. Not sure if I should clear with 16 here. Yeah, maybe I should. This should be called. Yeah, that was called a lot. So this always calls true here, which is wrong. Because that's only if it's renders as an overlay. And that depends on the current asset, which depends on the mode. This will not fix this bug, though. Still thinks there are clashes here, so if I just remove all the color clashes, will it actually think that it's okay now? Yeah. Also clearing doesn't, clearing brings back the background, which is correct for walls. If I just clear her, I get the wall. Okay. Still, the initial case is wrong. Not sure what the problem is. Actually, this is the first tricky bug I had so far this evening. So this was original code. I render a background and I render a wall. And then I do this code here. Which basically gives me the current asset and loops through and call this, and this will be false. This is kind of the same code, right? And for the render part, this is what it does. It did this. So I clear now, that doesn't matter. This is true, so it will call render context. Render context is this, and it will always call render wall, which is this one, and that one. And then if we have here, it will go into some of these, which eventually will always do that, which is same as that. So yeah, this should be okay. If I always return true here, what then happens? Is everything red in that case? Yeah. It's almost as current asset isn't updated properly. But it is here. This was annoying. This is so weird. So the code is obviously cold. That means that this render stuff here can't work. The asset is not rendered properly. Now I know the problem. Okay. So this is the problem with you see a fake did some ugly stuff here because there are global variables here and it depends on the selected row and column as well. This is ugly as hell, but it's only for the startup code, so I can fix that later. But let's just add some glue here to make the initial state work like that. So it's like super ugly code here. It's quite easy to fix. Okay, so we have the wall set editor back. We need to implement that final thing that we don't have in this common interface here, and that is asset exists. What is this tune? Oh no. No, it just went to some other library here. Okay. Woo. Let's just implement that into guest asset. So let's make that function to be able to call null. refactor this code as well later on. Let's just copy paste now. Okay. Okay, so now let's implement that for get asset. I don't even remember how that would code look like. It was like if wall type is greater than 0, then blah blah blah, do something smart, and maybe return null. So they went disabled, but they shouldn't even be visible. Like so. Okay. So we need to do something smarter. Wall. I had a table for that. Wall has rectangle. This one. There it is. Right. So back in 5 minutes or 2 minutes. Right, I'm back. Not sure if anybody watches anymore, but I'll just keep on. So yeah, this now works. So I should reintroduce the decoration editor, and this one will be one of the harder ones because it doesn't use any of the abstractions I've been able to use here. Yeah, let's see. Let's reintroduce that one. That will be fun. That one. Okay, so let's add all the decorations and stuff here. Okay. This is a completely different way of handling undo and redo, but I think it should be compatible with my new scheme that I implemented, so let's just remove everything here. Okay, so the unique decorations, decoration graphics, I don't think the way the buttons, we're not doing this stuff. Decoration contains flashes, that should be common code now. I have to take great care here with this render as overlay stuff. And just keep that code for reference because we will need it. This is almost a render context code, but in this case there's this pre-rendered decoration class, which is another structure I use in game. And I have this one here, which is basically just a render asset function. So we can move those in, it's quite good. That's okay. So clear character should be in the common code. Paste character, replace color. Abstract render interface we need to keep for now. So we have most of the stuff. We have the PC stuff here. some of this code here. Again, for reference. We need that later on. This we shouldn't be needing. Should be able to just remove everything here. We have these guys here that we need to fix. It's not. All these should be selected row. All that selected column. Render types. What is that? Yeah, that's where I go over all the overlays. I'll set this deck and render overlay. We need that still. Alright. That we don't need. File names, we need to read the unique decorations and the graphics and check the render types. We don't need the actions. We need this stuff somehow. We don't need this crap. And here left, we need yeah, we need all but that. Because the decoration editor has extra features to expand the current rectangle. Okay, then we're done. We cut most of the code actually. So we have to implement the delegate. And reserve the assets. So now I actually removed a bit too much. Some radio buttons stuff here. Okay, 8 columns. Okay, render context, render asset, render PC. You've seen this before. Get asset. This is the interesting one. So we have these guys here. The width. We need some code for that as well. This one. So for scrolling like mad, but that's the way it is. Okay, so our decoration, and then we're deck.v. called CW, CH. Here it is. This is exactly what I need. Just occurred to me that we don't need random mode background. It's just an over abstraction I had in mind. This is good. We need to have the decorations graphics here. And this one depends on so if okay, so this is 0 and this is 0, then we don't have a decoration at this spot. Then I should return node. So we've implemented that. Now we do this renders overlay. Modes there. Okay, we're almost good to go now. Fantastic. So this is a PC rendering. Let's grab this code and implement it into the delegate. This shit there. That one there and that one there. A render background and a render decoration like so. Pixels, iris. So this is like the background, and then we have the sources here. Oops. Remove all that. And now for the render background and render decoration, we need to fix that. separate functions anymore. So render background is this stuff here. Render decoration is this stuff here, which is the actual asset. Okay, what do we have here? So all this crap here is the asset, the current asset. In pixels. I really need to refactor the blade function to take an asset as an input. Don't even need this one. And this code here we do render wall because we need to render the background, and we need to render a selected wall type. So yeah, this this works just fine. Okay. What else? The optimize function. Let's move all this crap here. Clean interface here. Alright, let's run it. That failed. Yeah, we don't have this one. This is selected color. What? Did I remove that code? That was unfortunate. Why did I do that? Oh, it was replaced by C. I must have accidentally hit some I don't know what. The optimize doesn't render background anymore. That was why this was broken out into its own function. Yeah, we might replace that, but let's do this for now. No, I told the delegate. Delegate. Render context. That's a dangerous thing to do right here. What about the wall set editor? How did I handle it there? Here I render it manually. So I really feel that the render context and the render asset functions should have row and column as inputs, so that I don't, so I'm not bound by the global variables. I can change that later. Let's just copy this code now. So it should render to the background, background, background. Okay. This one we already have. Okay. Didn't start too well. Huh? Oh. Okay, so the source values here are obviously totally bogus. It is a big image, but not that big. I think, at least. That was very big. So yeah, there's a problem here. I multiplied by 4 and 8 here. That's one. Should be characters. Okay. Line 39. It actually crashed in the global interface now, or the base interface. So we try to render assets that we really don't have. That's because of the currently selected asset 00 we don't have. So that is a problem, I can see that. really shouldn't render anything in this case. Or well, we should at least clear the area and so on. So yeah. Should render the zoomer. I'm kinda unsure about this. This is like an illegal state. Let's just skip it. Everything is so smooth now. Let's just fix this instead. It's quite easy. It's this guy here. Just have to pick the first one. So I thought. Break. Also. Not that it helped. I actually think we're back on track now. So how does it work for, yeah, works fine. So this asset is rendered as an overlay. This one is not. That one was also. This one. These aren't. Nice. This actually means that we're actually done with the refactoring. There are opportunities to refactor more. For instance, the blit code. This should be fixed to handle an asset as input. can do that directly. It's easy to fix. I need to go to sleep as well. I fix this later on. I'm done for today. Actually, good idea. Let's get stuffs. We have the default action. That should be refactored as well. Anyways, this whole refactoring will let me implement like block copy, block paste and things like that very easily in the main editor interface, instead of doing stuff for the door render or whatever renderer I have. So now that we've refactored all this, we have a very clean interface to implement further stuff. For instance, with the doors, I really want like to be able to shift graphics up and down easily. That's easy now. So yeah, I'm very happy with this refactor work. I think there's a bug here because here should be color clashes. Or maybe not. Yeah, there are definitely bugs here. Okay. Maybe not. No, there are no bugs here. Ah, that worked. Okay. That's all good. It's just that we have a startup bug when the editor starts, the wrong component has the keyboard focus. So the tab bars here have the arrow key focus. I need to fix that. Yep, all good. Alright, I'm calling it a night. Good night, guys. Take care.